Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk for just a minute about we're in week 6, and so by the end of this week, you guys should be actually finished definitely with functions and graph, definitely with equations and inequalities. Those should have been done this past Sunday. If you have anything you make up in that area, I would still be able to take some grades, but you're going to have to email me and ask specifically what you put in and for permission for me to grade it. But in week 5 and 6, this should be done by the end of Sunday. So everything in the system of equations slides should be done by the end of Sunday, which means all the ed puzzles, all the delta maths. Now, in this particular case, the worksheets are not necessarily due for you. They are for your benefit and your practice. They do not need to be submitted somewhere. So they are for your benefit and your practice. They do not need to be submitted anywhere. So let's go ahead and put those out here. All right. So with that in mind, that way you know what you do or don't have to do. So as long as you have the delta math done and as long as you have the ed puzzle done, you will be good in this chapter. There we go. Okay. With that in mind, make sure you also have everything done before you go do the assessment, because the assessment is timed and you'll have a limited amount of time to get that accomplished. So that needs to be done by the end of this week. So we'll head back over here to modules. And you also need to make sure that discussion 5 was actually already due. That was due this past Sunday. But I will go ahead, since it's part of this chapter, and I will extend it to this coming Sunday. So if you didn't put something in for the discussion on part 5, or discussion week 5, go back, make sure it's accomplished so that you get credit for it. Additionally, you also have the discussion for week 6. Now, how do you know when these things are due? Well, literally, guys, there's date labels on these, so make sure you have those done. Additionally, you have the assessment, you got that, and I will put the checkpoint for delta math and for ed puzzle in here. If you get all this accomplished before Sunday, feel free to go ahead and start working on roots and exponents. Now, roots and exponents is one of those things that is really going to be very key for you to be successful in this course, because even though it's like, oh, exponents, I know how to do this. Oh, square root, I surely need that. All of those things are fine, but they're going to form the basis of everything we do in polynomials and quadratics. So if you're not really good with the exponents and roots, you're going to have trouble with the factoring and the polynomial operations and all the stuff that's coming up here, and then again for this section. So you'll also notice up till now, we've been doing 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Exponents and roots is a 2-week section, but polynomials and quadratics is a 3-week section. And the reason I have that there is because this is the heart of the class. This is really huge. Same thing for more quadratics. You have 3 weeks on that. So we're really getting into the heart of this. So if you've kept up to this point, great job. Keep up the good work. But now you really need to find the next gear and dig in. If you've had trouble keeping up to this point, you need to make sure that you finish this week strong so that you are ready as we move into the next 2 big sections, because they're going to be a little tougher. They're going to be a little more involved, and you're going to want to make sure that you're working together with us, not behind, not still trying to play catch up. And then we'll have another section here at the end. So that's kind of the plan for where we're at right now. Make sure that you are staying up to date. Make sure you are getting everything accomplished in a good amount of time. And if you have any questions, of course, let me know. Now, this recording is because I am not going to be able to be in the Zoom live. So go ahead and get this recording done. We may also use this trick in the future if I have a conflict where I can't be part of our live Zoom Wednesdays at 5 p.m. But until further notice, unless you receive an email from me giving you this in lieu of a Zoom, we do have those mandatory Zooms as part of class for this course. So ideally, this is going to work out well. Ideally, we can maybe even move to this for our mandatory weekly meeting. This way you can do it at your leisure rather than having to do it from work or on your phone or on the road or whatever. So you guys are doing a great job. Keep it up, and we will see you next week.